Hello everybody! Welcome to Fan Game Corner. So this is DR Page here, or Dan. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm here in this cozy cottage setting, which is kind of fun. But anyways, before we get started with our guest here today, I just want to tell you a little bit about what we're doing here today. So, what's Fan Game Corner? Fan Game Corner, I've been making fan games and been having fun with that with other people as well, and myself. for a very long time, and the thing is, I never really see other people talk to other fan game makers on YouTube live like this, and there's a lot of really interesting fan game makers out there in the ether of the internets. So I would love to have conversations with fan game makers, because some of them have a lot of all kinds of backgrounds, or they may be coming up with something really promising, and I wanted to feature those types of people, especially those that I think are pretty cool. So, anyways, with that being said, what we're going to do is we're going to start off with a bit of an interview-like setting, but also note if you have any questions, definitely put them in the chat. I have somebody looking for any interesting questions in the chat, but I have some questions that I'll definitely be asking. I'll pull up my lovely briefcase. I'm serious, it's a real briefcase, with some questions in it too. So, we'll start off with that, and at the end of this, we're going to do a live demo of one of the newest builds of the fan game we're going to look at. And that fan game is Rockman Versus. So, with no interruptions, I guess we'll get started here. So I'm going to introduce our guest. So, our guest here is KhMaIBQ, or we'll just simply say BQ. How you doing today, BQ?
Hi, Dan. Thank you for having me on the show. I'm doing pretty good myself.
Awesome. Awesome. I had a little bit too much spaghetti. But anyways, so I guess we'll get started with this thing. So actually, tell everybody here a little bit about yourself. It's always a little bit of an interesting thing to hear a bit about yourself. I know you're a bit more reserved, but if there's anything that would be kind of interesting, I'm sure people would love to hear.
So I live in Washington. I've been working on Rockman Versus for a pretty long time. It's actually a project that I started long ago. This is like back in high school around the year 2000. I myself am a huge Rockman fan, and I play a lot of different games in general, but Rockman is definitely my favorite series.
No, that sounds very interesting. Awesome. But no, I guess I'll go. I alluded to this earlier. Is that I have a lovely briefcase. It's a real briefcase. I swear. So I got the epic questions in this case. But if anybody has questions in the chat, I'd love to hear your questions too. I'm sure BQ would find them interesting.
Yes, please.
So let me get this open. Let's see here. I found him. It's just in this briefcase. There's nothing else in here. It's just this piece of paper. Anyways, so I guess, yeah, that's right. I have a piece of paper with some lovely questions on it. So, enough with the paper. I want to ask you, what made you interested in working on fan games? I'm curious about that.
I've always had like a very creative mind. I used to make stuff out of cardboard or like anything I found around the house, just making like little gadgets and everything. And then early on around middle school, I discovered a fighting game engine called Mugen, and I started messing around with that, and I got really interested in trying to create my own stuff through programming. But then later on, I found Game Maker, and that's what started the whole Rockman thing, because as soon as I found Game Maker, I knew exactly what I wanted to make. And I was trying to make what you see now.
Oh, awesome! And also for the chat, if you're wondering what this creation is, so if you want to see on the on my left here, there's actually a slideshow of some screenshots from Rockman Versus. So if you want to see what some of that is right now, that's there right now. But obviously we're gonna get to a live demo later on. So here, I'll get to the epic list here. So with that being said, I got in touch with you, and you definitely told me some pretty cool stuff about like some of your older projects. So how long have you been making fan games?
I've been making fan games since like probably I think it was around 2000 2001 is when I started the like first prototype of Rockman Versus. Back then it went by a different name. The original name was called Mega Man the Mega Wars. Maybe some people have played it. There's actually a build of it on my website, but in comparison to Rockman Versus, that version is tiny in comparison.
Hmm.
And so yeah, I've been working on fan games probably for about uh, 18 years, but the project has been going through multiple revisions due to my increase in like learning how to program and everything.
Hmm.
I've been not satisfied with the project and then starting it over, but I really love what Rockman Versus has turned into now.
Awesome. Actually, just on that topic, tell the audience a little bit about what Rockman Versus is.
Okay, so Rockman Versus is not a traditional Rockman fan game. It's a fighting game. You get to play as any of the characters, which is the plan as the project's going to go on. I'm going to keep adding more and more characters. But yeah, you just pick a Robot Master or Rockman or Blues and stuff, and you just fight it out and try to kill each other.
No, awesome, awesome. So, with that being said, what exactly inspires you to work on Rock Band Versus? Like, if there's any like large inspiration for it, like I know you mentioned about Mugen, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Like that's always a cool. Like I know some people have went through Mugen, and that was kind of like their transition to get more isolated and making their own like independent projects that are built kind of like by themselves.
Yeah,
So it's very cool to see like what exactly inspired you to start working on Rock Band Versus, and is there any like what you consider like the largest inspiration for that fan game? Like it's the one you're working on right now.
the largest inspiration, which Xenocide in the chat actually just mentioned,
Yeah.
is because of the Mega Man 7 Versus mode. That is pretty much where everything started for me. When I played Mega Man 7 and I found out about the hidden Versus mode, I was like, man, I wish they really expanded on this idea. And that's when I started trying to make my own.
No, awesome. No, that's definitely like. See, I remember that mode, and I thought it seemed a little stripped back, but it was kind of a neat little bonus. So it's kind of cool to see this kind of fleshed out as a whole, especially in the way you're doing it. As we're gonna see later on, if you haven't played the older demos, this thing is really like I think it's really fleshed out and quite interesting to play. But no. That being said, what exactly are kind of the main features for Rock Band Versus?
Main features are it's what mainly going to be one-on-one fighting. There is some co-op modes in there, which you will see later on when we play. There's different stages with different hazards and different enemy types. You have each character has two different special moves. They have a normal attack, and then there'll be different types of modes. The main mode, of course, is Versus, as the title implies.
Mhm.
But there'll also be arcade mode. There's going to be a training mode, so you can try out stuff. And there are two hidden modes which have not been revealed yet. And there's a little bit of other content in there, but I don't want to talk about that just now.
Now, on that note, I'm sure there's a lot of things. I know you have lots of cool surprises with this project. Are there any kind of little things you could say you could surprise us with? And in particular, how about things that you have revealed so far? Are there any particular things you've revealed so far that you thought were surprising, but you also were quite proud of?
I would say the biggest thing I'm proud of is the online mode. It's actually my second project trying to do online, and with Rockman Versus, it natively supports online play. There's no third-party required program, and so I think that's probably the biggest feature of Rockman Versus that I'm super proud of.
Yeah, no, definitely. I know when I tried it out, it's like seamless. It's so nice. It even gives you a nice ping counter,
Yes.
which is super nice because that way you have a good idea what's going on, whether it be whose connection is at fault with that one. But
Yeah, a lot of games now they tend to just show a bar that like like green is good and red is really bad and stuff.
but no, I guess on that note, are there? Because one thing I could definitely say I've really enjoyed from what I've played is it's the spaghetti. It's the spaghetti. See, it's coming at me. I knew the spaghetti would be out for revenge. But that being said, now I'm always the type of guy who's really obsessed about trying new things and trying to see what new ideas people can bring to the table. Like, that's one thing I'm really obsessed about, and that tends to be what kind of things I critique and I'm interested in. Because I'm always open for really cool new ideas. And so far, some of the things you've talked about are really cool. Now on that note, in the past couple of years, there have been a couple of other fan games that are fighting-based that have come either they're announced or they're still in development in some stage. For example, there's a Mega Man Robot Master Tournament and Mega Man Arena, which I think that one released quite recently. What exactly, like, obviously you can't tell me everything, but because there's always those little secrets. You guys in the chat are funny. But type 1 for Dan puking. No, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. It's one of those regrets on a Friday, is eating a little too much. But anyways, on to my question. Are there any things you can say that your fan game does that those ones in comparison maybe don't necessarily do? Maybe at this time, because who knows? Maybe down the line they may change what they're up to.
Let's see, if I'm thinking of something that differs from the other ones, because I've tried Mega Man Arena, I've tried the Robot Master Tournament, and I know the games are quite similar. I feel like the thing my game does differently is I'm really building it to be as competitive as possible, and so I try to keep a balance between the stage design and the character designs to not make the game feel too hectic, because when it gets too hectic it just gets really impossible to like dodge anything. So I try to maintain a competitive level in my game. And then another feature which isn't out in the demo that's live, but the one we'll be playing, is the AI, which I know that's a feature that some people look for because not all of us have somebody to play locally with. So that's another big feature that I feel it does very differently as well.
Yeah, no, well, that's one thing I could definitely say is I think the AI is really cool, and we're gonna see that later on. And actually, Xenocide was pointing out in the chat, is saying the game feels pretty close to the original Mega Man games. Is that something that you're kind of striving for?
Yes, that is definitely another thing. I myself am a purist. I really want to keep the source material as close as possible. But if it like interrupts the balance of the game, then I'll make minor tweaks to make it work better. But I do want to try to keep that gameplay that's true to the NES games. So there's no like additional mechanics that were never in the original games.
No, that sounds great. Yeah, no, I think we actually briefly, another time we had a little bit of a chat about this, was that there's very interesting different development philosophies when it comes to this stuff. So some people are kind of like the purist at heart. Some people were like, oh, I don't like that thing. I'll just try something different here or there. Where do you find yourself kind of in that continuum, versus like the purist that says, oh, everything has to be exactly the same, I'm not allowed to break any rules, versus, say, somebody like, I don't know, I would probably fall more towards this side. The side that's more like, oh, well, I'll just try new things. If I feel like something seems like I want to try something different, I'll do it. As long as it seems reasonable and the feedback seems to be pretty good. Where do you find yourself on that? Is that like somewhere about the middle, closer to a little bit teetering a little bit more towards the pure side? Where do you find yourself in that?
I'm probably like 90% pure side. The 10% is to allow for any changes that need to be made to balance. Like for example, a purist mentality might be like, Flame Man jumps this high in the game, so he should jump this high in my game. Or something along that line. Or like Metal Man normally shoots 3 metal blades when you fight him, so maybe he should shoot 3 metal blades in the game. But what if the amount he's shooting is too much? Then if it comes down later that shooting 3 is too much and it's too hard to dodge and it makes him too strong, then I would cut it down if need be.
Yeah, no, that sounds very reasonable. Now, on that note, what is the kind of process that goes in designing the characters and the stages in this game for you?
So a lot of the characters, so speaking about characters first, a lot of the characters play very similarly to their original source material. A lot of the moves are also drawn from the different games that they appear in. Like for Rockman, for example, he has a ground shock ability that comes directly from the Power Fighters. A lot of the characters, they're designed with a lot of the source material in mind, but also to make them feel like they have a lot of variety. Because I'm the hardest thing is trying to make each character feel different, but a lot of fun at the same time.
No, exactly.
So that's the main thing behind the character design, is keeping the source material while keeping them fun and variety. And then for stages, a lot of stages are designed with the original character for the stage in mind. So usually if you play a character on their stage, they'll have a slight advantage, but the advantage won't be so drastic that it feels too strong. It's designed in a way where they can utilize their abilities effectively within their own stages. And of course, with the stages, they also take a lot of source material from all the different elements that are in the original game as well.
Yes, no, like for example, I very recently, I think you finished working on Metal Man stage.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah, no, that stage is pretty cool, especially with the conveyor belts. I always thought those were really neat, and it's a nice touch. We may get to see that later on.
Yes, I hope so.
Okay, so TF is at TF099 or TF. He has a question. Are the Rockmasters from Mega Man DOS or PC going to be playable?
That is a no.
This is not some DLC later on. No, I gotcha.
Yeah, I don't consider those games to be canon.
I gotcha.
Thank you for the question, though.
Yeah, no, so on that note, speaking of challenging things, what are going to be some challenges that you kind of foresee down the development line with Rockman Versus?
The online will definitely be a constant challenge, making sure everything works online properly, keeping things synced up. Online is still very new to me, but it's something I'm really trying to get done and done correctly, because I know with this current like gaming like the culture right now for gaming, there's a lot of online gaming, so I felt like online was a very key important factor in the game. Otherwise people wouldn't be able to play together, because a lot of people aren't near their friends these days, especially if you're living adult lives. You might have like moved away from somebody you might have wanted to play the game with and stuff. So that's going to be a huge long challenge that's going to just be ongoing. The other thing is making all the characters and stages feel like they have a lot of variety, not making something feel too similar to one another.
Yes, no, exactly. But no, I definitely agree, especially when it comes to the online, because it's one of those things, and it's usually kind of the phrase with this, is that if you're going to do it, you got to do it well, but you got to do it well enough that nobody's going to notice there's anything wrong.
Yes.
But either way, I think so far it's looking excellent.
Thank you.
Actually, Xenocide has a question. Xenocide asks, will you do a reverse dramatic battle like from Street Fighter Alpha 3, 1 versus 2?
I'm trying to remember the reverse dramatic battle. Was it like you could play as a character against 2 AI opponents?
Oh, no, I'm trying to remember this. It's been a while.
I remember Street Fighter Alpha 3 had the 2v1.
Yes.
Which Rockman Versus does have. You can play arcade mode co-op with a friend.
Yes.
Or, somebody.
Yeah, so hopefully that'll answer Xenocide's question. We'll definitely get to see it later on, and it's pretty cool.
Yes, if the question is about will there be a you versus 2 opponents, no, that is not going to be the case.
No, excellent. Yeah, Xenocide says human player versus two computers. Okay.
Okay, yeah, no, that'll not be the case currently.
No. Excellent question, by the way. That's actually really nice.
Yes.
Yeah, no, because he's always these little things, you know? So, on that note, and now this is sort of a random question. Do you have a favorite Mega Man game? So, like, whether it be, like, just a single game, or is there, like, a favorite series you have out of the Mega Man franchise, or any particular series that you kind of gravitate towards?
So in terms of series, I can definitely say the original and X are the two I always go between because I really love um, Mega Man X1. That's a huge favorite of mine, but like overall, the original and the X series are extremely close to each other for me. In terms of favorite game, if we're talking about the X series, yes, X1 is my favorite there. But for the original, I tend to find myself playing Mega Man 5 for some reason.
Oh, you're chiming on my bells. No, 5 is 5 is my favorite out of the classic series, believe it or not.
Okay. Yeah. I think I like 5 a lot because that Buster is just too OP in that game.
This is true. This is true. I do think the things, for instance, I really like about 5, for example, is yes, the Mega Busters. It is OP in that game. Also worth noting that it's I find that it has really nice set pieces with its stages. And, and I'm honestly I'm like a pretty big fan with the way they set up the fortresses in that game. Like they don't, it doesn't feel too much like a long haul with the two castles one after the other.
Yeah, because you'd think with two castles, it feels like it would drag on, right? But there's a good number of levels in each one, and they all have a good variety to each of them.
Yes, no, exactly. Then you can't forget the music.
Oh, yes, yes. The music is amazing.
Yeah, no, let's just say when I was a kid, I would bore, like, I had a friend that was down the gravel road from me, and I used to hang out with him every so often. He was a bit older than me, and I swear, I probably borrowed Mega Man 5 from him, probably somewhere on the order of, probably at least 10 to almost 100 times. I still, sadly, I don't even, it's the saddest thing. It's one of my favorites on the NES, and I don't even own it. That's the saddest thing. I own 2, I have 3, for example. I don't have 5, but the thing is 5, this is totally just a random thing. I find that the pricing for 5, if you want to get a cartridge of it, is a little bit more expensive these days.
That just means it's the best one, right?
Well, exactly.
Most expensive, therefore most rare, therefore most wanted.
Okay, so we got a lot of fans of Mega Man 5 in the chat.
Oh, yes.
Xenocide has another question. Are there any plans to have Mega Man use the Mega Man 4 style Mega Buster? Or is that going to be or is that going to Proto Man?
Yes, so the Mega Man 4 style Mega Buster, that is going to be going to Proto Man / Blues. His Buster will definitely function extremely similar to the Mega Man 4 style.
Oh, awesome. So, see, it's there. It's in there. It's in there. Awesome.
It will be.
Yes.
Oh, and going back to Mega Man 5,
yes.
I just wanted to say my favorite Robot Master stage in 5, hands down, is Crystal Man.
Oh,
because that stage is just beautiful for NES graphics. Like the changing in the color and just the way they made the crystals look, it's just amazing. Yeah,
no, that's one of my favorites. The only thing in that stage that I could say, like, I'm not the biggest fan of are the crystal drops. Oh my god. But yeah, no, that's definitely one of my favorites. I think Gravity Man is my favorite in 5 out of the Robot Masters.
Okay. Is it because of the his ability to just change gravity? It's just super interesting?
Yeah, I thought it was really cool. That, and he usually is the one I go for first.
Okay.
I
always went for Charge Man.
Charge Man, not a good choice. Oh my god. Not a bad choice at all. No, excellent. On that note, actually speaking of 5, have you played any of the Game Boy games?
Yes, I played all of the Game Boy ones.
Oh yeah, which one could you say is probably your favorite?
Oh, Rockman World 5, hands down.
Oh yeah, no, that one is a very good choice. Very good choice. Is there anything about that one in particular you really like?
I just love the whole theme. It's also the first time you get the Mega Arm, but
Yes.
I just really like the whole Space Rulers or Star Droids theme and using the planets and like the level design and just everything about it. And oh, the music. The music for Game Boy is just absolutely amazing.
Now, no, definitely. Yeah, with me, probably my favorites are. If I weren't allowed to pick two, it'd probably be the 4 or 5 on the Game Boy. So, and 4 in particular, I really like because some of the extra tracks they have in that one, and in particular some of the crazy cutscenes they have in that game.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That isn't that when they started doing the cutscenes
Yep.
for the Game Boy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least like any of these larger scaled ones.
Yeah. There was also the I think in Rockman World 4 there was the Wily theme. The
Yes.
the final battle theme. I really like the final battle theme.
Oh yeah, that one's pretty good. But no, what's the weirdest thing is, like I said, I don't own any of those ones except actually no, I have. That's not true. I think I have 4. My girlfriend has 4 on her 3DS. By the way, if anybody's looking for a reasonably priced version of those Game Boy games, go for the 3DS ones on the eShop. They're really cheap.
Yeah, I have all the games because of the eShop.
Yeah, no, because that's probably the best route right now if you're looking to get something that's you can buy. The cartridges, like, okay, it depends on the game. But yeah, believe it or not, the one I played first was 2 on the Game Boy. Sometimes they call it the Black Sheep, but I see. I find sometimes people are way too harsh on it, but at the same time, I can understand why.
I wonder if I'm not too familiar with why people don't really like 2, but it was the one that decided to make its own music
Yes.
for the whole OST.
Mm-hmm.
So that was actually quite interesting.
Yeah, no, like a few things that some people tend to critique are like that the songs they're very high pitched.
Oh, okay.
Like I didn't find see when I played it wasn't much of an issue. People weren't so nitpicky back then. I still could enjoy it, but there's a couple other things. Some people. Trying to remember one in particular, but some people, of course, they pick fun at the final boss in that game. It's like a miniature Dr. Wily. But you can't deny the title theme of that game's awesome.
I actually don't remember 2's title theme. I do remember really liking 4's title theme, though.
Oh, that one's good too. Yeah, no. Here, let me see if I can pull up something interesting here. I may have a cover of the title theme. I'm just trying to recall. Nah, but I'll let people find it out into the find it out on the YouTubes. Okay, let me see what's happening in the chat. Yeah, TF was saying that Mega Man 2, he thought it was decent. And what else? Oh, some people thought, yeah, that's the other thing some people critique is like, oh well, there's Quint. He's supposed to be Mega Man from the future reprogrammed, right? And he's like, he's really easy to take down, right?
With his pogo.
Exactly. But no. Actually, I have another question. So have you played any of the say the Zero series or ZX? Or ZX, how I remember may pronounce that one. The Canada thing.
I've been meaning to play ZX, but I haven't gotten around to it. I do have both the games, so I'll be playing those at some point. At one point, I did play the Mega Man Zero collection, and I really like the Mega Man Zero games, but I felt like the GBA held it back because of the screen size.
Yes.
It always felt like you took damage kind of cheaply in that game due to your lack of field of view.
Mm-hmm.
Like being unable to see what's coming ahead of you or sliding down an area only to realize there's a hole or spike below you, but you can't see it.
Yes.
I always felt like the deaths and the damage you took in that game were kind of cheap. But when you were able to play them and play them flawlessly, it was a really fun game, though.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, no, see, that's the thing. Often when I'm talking to some people, they kind of just pretend Zero and ZX never happened, although it's a continuation. It's a continuation of the X series, and it's awesome.
Yeah, it's just they went with a different art style, so
Yeah, there's that
people are probably
too.
confused why Zero looks different, but
Well, there's
yeah, it's
that
just a different
too.
art
Yeah, no,
style.
you're right. But no, that one I could definitely like. If you haven't played ever the Zero series, for anybody that's watching this, I recommend it. It's definitely got a bit of a darker tone to it. But I
Yeah.
find that some of it really pays off when it comes to, especially near the end of it. Actually, out of speaking of Zero series, which one did you like more, 03 or 04?
03 or 04?
Yes.
Uh,
Because those tend to be the ones that actually. Nah, I shouldn't just exclude 1 and 2. Um, which of the Zero series do you like the most?
I honestly only got to play them through once each, so I I don't remember too much from them
Yeah.
back, sadly. I did remember in 2 though, I ended up trying to get the highest rank on every level. Um, and that was really interesting. I heard that 2 was the hardest one out of the 4.
Mhm.
And I do remember the music in 2 being really good too.
Oh yeah, it's good.
So out of my experience, 2 is probably my favorite, but I can't truly say that.
Yeah, no, with me, oh, it's hard because there's a lot of people that really love 3. I think 3 is excellent. I also really like 4.
Was
Um,
that the one, was 3 the one where they added the ability to use the double, it was like the double blade and you could pogo off the ground?
oh man, oh my god,
I'm trying to remember what tools they added as the
somebody's
game
gonna
point.
somebody's gonna totally correct us in the chat or point
Yeah.
this out. Chat, does anybody in the chat know which one gives you this ability? But no, with me, I honestly really like the ending of 4, but I also really like the set pieces and the end of 2. But 3 is also
Okay.
you can't deny 3 is good because of the final fight in that. 3 is pretty cool with the way the final boss is.
Yeah, I'll need to revisit the Zero games because I felt like I didn't give them enough of a chance. And I do have the collection, so I have no excuse.
But yeah, no. If anybody, some people, actually, I'll ask the chat. Anybody in the chat a fan of? Actually, Clover831 says that Mega Man ZX and Advent are damn good. I enjoyed both. I think they're pretty cool.
From what I've heard, people tend to like ZX, but they didn't like how Advent, I think, went with like a more, I think it's like a more free range level design because you ran around it like kind of like Metroidvania or something.
And usually when I talk to people, usually it's it's ZX that has this issue. And then ZX Advent is a lot more, it tells you a bit better which direction you're going.
Oh,
Because
okay.
that's one thing I can critique about ZX is that it definitely, it doesn't really do a very good job of telling you, actually it kind of does, but you could get lost pretty easily if you don't know where you're going. So I guess I want to get back on track here because I'm having a good time chatting about this. Actually, this is actually a good question to ask. I have these incredible questions. Questions. So outside of your fan game, do you have any other hobbies? Is there anything you do, say, professionally or in your spare time, the pastime, or things you enjoy doing?
Yes, so outside of working on Rockman Versus, I'm a huge gamer. Uh, I would say the main genre I focus on is fighting games. I love playing all sorts of different fighting games. I just really find fighting games really interesting, but that's also part of the inspiration for Rockman Versus.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't consider myself to be good at fighting games at all, but I just really like trying them out and seeing what they do and everything. And then outside of fighting games, I like playing RPGs
Mm-hmm.
or first-person shooters. I play a lot. I play a little bit of everything pretty much. And then other than video games, I love watching anime. Anime is a huge part of my life
Yes.
as well.
So what's your favorite anime?
Hands down, the Dragon Ball series. It's it's something that has affected my life a lot, and I watched it from a young age. And currently, I'm watching Super, and tomorrow we're supposed to get the finale. So
Ooh.
no spoilers. I'm not going to say anything. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to Dragon Ball Super tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. No, I gotcha. A totally random question on the topic of RPGs.
Yes.
What would you say are kind of your favorite RPGs?
Ooh, that's tough.
I know it is a very tough question. I like RPGs too.
Yeah, I can't say one because there's a lot of great ones. I'll just name a few.
Mm-hmm.
So I really liked Final Fantasy VII.
Mm-hmm.
That's a given kind of. But I mean, I know there's people that don't like hearing Final Fantasy VII all the time, but I really enjoyed Final Fantasy VII. I think I played like 120 hours into it when I
Wow.
played through it.
Yes.
And I'm the like crazy completionist type.
Gotcha.
I tried to get master materia of every type for every character, but eventually I gave up because it was just way too time consuming.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked Chrono Trigger back on Super
Yeah.
Nintendo.
That's
an
one
amazing
of my favorites.
Yeah, very good choice. I also liked Tales of Fantasia. That
Ooh,
actually never came over to the States until the GBA version,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't like the GBA version. I played the Super Famicom version.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up importing that one and playing through it, and that was a lot of fun. I love Paper Mario Thousand Year Door.
Oh yeah.
That is another huge
Two
favorite of
thumbs
mine.
up from me.
And speaking of Mario RPGs, there's Mario RPG the 7 stars, I think.
Yes.
And let's see, what else is there? Those are definitely some of my favorites, though. I can't think of another one.
Clover in the chat says FF3 and FF4 for me. Chrono equals God.
I definitely need to play some more Final Fantasy. 7 is the only one I've mainly played, but I've always hear great things about 6, and I always hear great things about 4 as well.
Mm-hmm. No, excellent. Actually, on that note about RPGs, I know this is supposed to be talking about Mega Man fan games at the moment, but this is a very good place to go. This is why I want to do this more fan game maker corner, so we can talk about different things that maybe you normally just don't hear.
Yes.
So I have a question for you. Now, I admittedly, I'm pretty hooked on it these days. Have you ever played Xenoblade Chronicles?
I have not, but I have the Wii one, and I've been meaning to play through it. I actually knew a lot of the people that worked on the game.
Oh, wow.
In game testing.
Yeah.
Speaking of myself,
yes.
I used to do a lot of video game testing. I worked at Nintendo for quite a good number of years, and I was there during the Xenoblade Chronicles testing. And everyone that I talked to about the game, because I was super interested in playing it, gave nothing but high praise for the game. So
yeah, no, that
definitely something I'm looking forward to.
Yes, no, if I could definitely say, what's my highest praise when it comes to it? If nobody's ever played Xenoblade Chronicles 1 or 2, or even X is pretty good too. Actually, I really enjoyed that one. But 1 and 2, this is me just splooshing onto the stream. Is I could easily say, if you're looking for something that reminds you of, say, Chrono Trigger back in the 90s, kind of the same kind of feelings, or this idea of just trying to telling you an adventure and a story, but done it in a very creative and imaginative way, I highly recommend those two games. They go together nicely.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, so let's just say, as Xenoblade Chronicles 2, that was my favorite game I played last year. And I'm still playing it.
On the topic of RPGs, real quick, I forgot to mention Wild Arms. I know it's not as well known, but
yes.
I thought it was a really great PS1 RPG as well.
No, that's a good choice too. I'm just looking at the chat. Oh, we got some...
Yep.
Oh, good. We got some connoisseurs out there. No, awesome. But yeah, no, if you ever get a chance to play Xenoblade Chronicles, like, go through the whole thing. And now I'm not going to do any spoiler stuff on the stream at all. I would never want to take that away from somebody that's either played any of these dry or cold, however you want to put it. But yeah, I could definitely tell you, if you're going to eventually play 2 on the Switch, beat first 1. And note, you technically don't have to beat 1 to understand 2.
Okay.
But it makes it so much more amazing, but I can't tell you why.
Is it so their stories, do they actually link together?
Um, I, I will say vaguely yes. But the thing is, you can play through two, and it like you could play it and completely and appreciate it without ever having to play one.
Okay.
But when you beat one, or if you play two and then play one, like they play off each other very well, and there's a lot of it was very clear to me that they spent a lot of time thinking about how to set up the entire game.
Okay.
But it's really kind of nuts. Yeah, I could gush about that game, well, both of them, like for hours. In fact, sometime I ever wonder, I just like want to just do like a spoiler stream sometime and just talk about it, because it's one of those games you could like think about for a few weeks. And just like, oh, well, I wonder if the reason why they did this one thing is because of this, or that, or that. Or the reason why they did this is because, oh, they're playing off this other thing that's over here, this philosophical idea. Yeah, because obviously with Xenoblade, like, a lot of the people that worked on that also were in part also working on games like Xenogears and Xenosaga.
Yeah, and that is another game I need to play, is Xenogears. I have that on the PlayStation 1 Classics for PS3.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, so whenever I hear people saying, oh, they don't make games like Chrono Trigger anymore, play Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and 2. That may feel that kind of niche, although I could definitely say they're longer than Chrono Trigger, by far. But anyways, on that note, I guess I want to ask the chat if they had any other questions before we move on to kind of like the next part of our stream here. So if anybody has any questions out there, put them in the chat, and we'll try our best to answer those questions. So I guess while we're getting some questions here, I want to ask, yeah, so somebody's praising Xenogears. We got Xenocide praising Xenogears. But no, actually, I want to ask you another question, sort of a random one. Since we're talking about Mega Man fan games, especially when it comes to Rockman Versus, do you have any favorite fan games? It doesn't necessarily have to be Mega Man, but do you have any other favorite fan games that are made by somebody else?
Fan games that don't have to be Mega Man?
Yeah, they don't have to be Mega Man.
Let's see. I have an archive of some stuff. One fan game I really do want to play, and I haven't gotten around to doing it, is the another Metroid 2 remake.
Ah, yes.
Because I've heard nothing but great things about that one.
Oh yeah, and they worked on it for so long.
Yeah, and then of course they got the cease and desist. There's the Pokemon fighting game called Pokemon Type Wild. I thought that was a really cool one.
Yes.
It's all they create all the sprites for the game, and it just looks really, really good. There was an old Mega Man X fighting game that was kind of cheap, but I had a lot of fun with it. It was called Mega Man X Rush to Battle.
Ah, yes. No, I think I remember that one.
And then I guess you can count these as fan games, but they're just recreations of the other games. But the Rockman 7 FC and 8 FC.
Ah, very good choices. Somebody says that in the chat they're a fan of Sonic Utopia. Have you ever played that one?
I haven't tried the Sonic fan games.
See, some of the Sonic fan games, it's really interesting what some of the guys over there are doing.
There was a like a 3D Sonic fan game that I tried, but it was just a demo, but it was pretty interesting.
Yeah, I know.
I think it was called... Oh, here you go. Green Hill Paradise, I think.
Yeah, I think I know which one you're talking about with that.
There's I don't know if anyone in the chat has played Streets of Rage.
Ooh.
But there was a fan game called Streets of Rage Remake that basically combined all three games together, which was really cool.
I haven't played that one. I'll definitely have to give that a shot.
And then I play a lot of Smash Brothers, and there's been some interesting Smash Brothers fan games as well.
Yes.
There's the Super Smash Flash 2. to me, I think that's the best Smash fan game. It
Mm-hmm.
just plays really similarly to actual Smash games.
Mm-hmm. No, exactly. I think I've played that one before. It's pretty cool.
But yeah, that's my list of stuff I have.
Yeah, no, sounds like good choices. But yeah, no, I mean, when it comes to special, like speaking of Sonic fan games, like, because keep in mind, like when we talk about like some of the, especially the older Sonic fan games, and a lot of the stuff that was being made more over on the Sonic fan game side. I mean, you got like the Taxman and all of them, and you know them, and they were working on things like Sonic Mania now.
Yeah, that was a really interesting thing that Sega did was they saw the fan potential and they decided to embrace it and have them make a game for them, which
Yeah,
is
well,
really cool.
exactly. No, exactly. But
Hint, hint, Capcom, hint, hint.
no, exactly. So, I don't see any questions in the chat. So, what we're going to do. Now, of course, if the chat has any questions while we're doing this, fire away. But what we're going to do is we're going to try moving on to the next part of this chat we're doing. Is we're going to actually go to a live demo. And no. And obviously, you got. How about BQ? Tell a little bit about this particular version that we have here.
Okay, so the version we're playing is not released yet. It will be released later this month. But the key features that we're going to be showing off in this demo 3 is the arcade mode, which has co-op, which we'll be playing later on. There's the AI, that is one of the biggest new features in demo 3 that isn't out yet. So you'll be able to finally fight AI opponents. And then Gemini Man is a new playable character, and Metal Man stage is a new playable stage.
Interesting.
Wait, something's looking funky? Oh, I, okay, okay. I'm aware of that weird resolution bug. I'm not sure if it's something on my end or if it's how GameMaker functions.
Yeah. Here, let me.
Oh, I saw a question.
Ah! Yes, let me just. I'm just gotta get this open here. Accidentally had it at Marta's end of the stream, but we're good. My apologies,
And
guys.
thank you, Clover831, for demo equals good.
Yes, so there we go. There we go. Now I got it open here. There we go. So let me see. So we did get a question here. Blue Shinobi's asking, what's your opinion on Mega Man Unlimited?
Yes, so Dan and I have talked about this before. I think Mega Man Unlimited is overall a very really well polished fan game, but it suffers from a thing I see in a lot of fan games, which is what I'll just call spikeitis or Spike Central or whatever. A lot of the level designs in Mega Man Unlimited, for some reason, just have random spikes sitting in corners and stuff that are just there to cheaply kill you. And I'm not a huge fan of level designs where it just feels like spikes are put around just to try to kill you quickly.
Yeah, no, I gotcha. Yeah, no.
Then another... Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say, the point out the way I described it to you the first time is, I described it as a spike fetish. Like, you just...
Yeah.
Wherever you have a ceiling that does not have anything on it, put spikes on it.
Yeah. And then, the other thing with Mega Man Unlimited that I'm picky on is, and this is a lot of fan games too, is the levels are too long. It just feels like they had too many ideas and they just dragged all the levels too long. But I really love seeing what kind of different gimmicks people come up with, which I definitely enjoyed in Mega Man Unlimited. But I just felt like the stages were too long, and it was so long that they had to implement a checkpoint system to help with how long the stages were.
Yes. No, one thing that I wanted to point out about that, and I think we chatted briefly about this, is that I find that the length oftentimes is complemented by imagining if the game's levels were like Game Boy game levels, but the screens were bigger. And probably if they were the same size as, say, those Game Boy screens, probably the stage length would be probably most reasonable.
Yeah, because the Game Boy ones were smaller space, so they had to make more screens.
Yeah, they had more screens, but
to fit the NES.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of how I see it, at least. But yeah, I agree with you on at least the overall kind of thing with Mega Man Unlimited. So, anyways, why don't we get cracking into this thing?
Yes. So I just created the room.
Okay. So right now we're gonna be featuring the online here. So I'm gonna join the room. So I'm gonna try searching for it. So you can either go through a direct IP, so somebody could give you their IP address, or public IP address, or you can go use the room browser. So I'm gonna just join BQ's room, and I'm just gonna go ready. So now I get to pick here. Let's see. Now, who do I want to be here? Because we're doing...
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
And we're doing versus right now, right?
That is correct.
Okay, so I'm gonna try... Let's go with Flame Man. I'm being Flame Man. And
okay.
And in the theme of making a Game Boy themed fan game, I'm gonna be Game Boy colored. The monochrome here.
Since Gemini Man is the new content, I will play some Gemini then.
Mm-hmm. So Rock Yoshi 5000 asks, what about Mega Man Eternal 2?
Your fan game?
Yes, my fan game. Oh my god!
From what I've seen so far, I'm liking the ideas. I especially really like the Shock Devil. The videos I saw with Shock Devil were really interesting, and I like where it's going.
Yeah, no, definitely. I don't know if you checked out any of the Roll-Up Master fights.
I thought I saw one. Trying to remember who it was.
Because I think I have Turbine Man, I have Arachne Woman, I got Tiki Man. I think those are
I think it was Tiki.
Yeah, Tiki, yeah. But yeah, no. Yeah, no, I'm, it's obviously putting you on the spot. It's like, oh, you better say what? No. You know, I'm very big on wanting to hear what people have to say.
Oh yes, constructive criticism is always a good thing, and feedback.
Yes, exactly.
Have you played Quint's Revenge? If you did, was it enjoyable? I did play Quint's Revenge. I thought the dashing thing was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I played it a long time ago, but I think I still had the same complaints about it with like other fan games where the levels might have been too long and just the random death spikes, but I honestly don't remember too much about Quint's Revenge. But I
gotcha.
I thought I remember enjoying it overall though.
Yeah, no. Sounds pretty good. So TF says, hit me up when my special boy Napalm Man gets added. I'm looking forward to when he gets added to this.
Oh, definitely. He will be in here eventually.
Okay, and Rock Yoshi asks about a release date.
Oh, I think that's maybe towards you?
Yeah, no. I can't give a release date yet. I originally had a tentative one, but unfortunately the way my schedule is, it's very hard to know which way I should go one way or the other. But when I have a date, I'll put out confidently. But it is being worked on, I can assure you.
Release dates are always a very tricky thing.
Well, yeah, well, like, that's the thing, is you don't want to box yourself in. And obviously you want to be happy with what you put out there.
Yes, that is one of the most important ones, is what you're releasing is what you're happy with.
Well, exactly. Rock Yoshi likes Turbine Man. Turbine Man is pretty cool.
I think if I remember that is, or actually, I think I'm thinking of Whirlpool Man from Mega Man Unlimited.
But yeah, Turbine Man, I can definitely show you a picture after this. He's pretty cool. I thought I could always show you the video after. Darn it!
I chose Gemini Man stage because of all the walls.
Yeah, I know, it's very effective with those lasers. So, come back here. But no, Gemini Man has that lovely copy ability to make a second copy. You know, the twins.
Yes.
Oh, there goes one of yours. Back here. No! Ah! I just got my butt handed to me there. That was awesome. Let's try, I guess we'll do another stage or a character.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Go with Metal Man stage for the new content.
Sure. Now I'm gonna go. And stage. Yeah, let's go Metal Man stage. TF really likes Arachne Woman. Yes, you did spell it right, TF. But yeah, just to remind everybody, each Robot Master has two special abilities on top of their base attack. Come here, you! No!
Ah,
No!
the way went underneath.
Come here, you! No! That's your help! The life energy! That's it, I'm just getting in here. No! So Blue Shinobi is asking, were you controlling Gemini Man and his copy?
No, so the clone for Gemini Man is controlled by the AI.
Yeah, so it does its own thing, which is pretty damn cool. No! No! Oh, good, my butt ended me so good. Man, that was my bad. Holy jeez. Here, why don't we do one more round of this, and we'll go to the arcade. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Let's try another character here. Who are you gonna be?
I'll go with Rock.
You're gonna go with Rock? I'll go with Elecman. Which stage would be good for this? Oh, I know. Let's go to Gravity Man stage. I know, TF. It's my job. See, the inside joke with me on streams is that it's my job not to suck. But I happen to like sucking. Come here. Haha.
Oh.
No! Come back here!
Stop staying near me.
I want to stay up close. No! Time was over.
Time over.
Time was up. I guess you should explain how the time, like how it counts who wins or loses when it comes to the timer.
So time overs are based on percentage of health. So like later on when we play arcade co-op, it takes percentage into account to make it fair for the character that's all by themselves to be able to still win.
Yeah, so it takes in percentage of your health. No! No! Oh my god. I'm just sucking so bad. Blue Shinobi is asking, will roll be playable?
Currently undecided.
Currently undecided. You got it here. The news here. Roll is undecided. Okay, there we go.
Alright, we're gonna do some arcade co-op now.
Okay, I'm going with Gemini Man here. We gotta have...
I don't want to be too cheap, so I'll go with somebody else. Oh, actually, I'll go defensive. I'll play Pharaoh and play defense.
Good idea. That way we got ourselves covered.
Yeah.
Clover's like, Danielle owned. And Tiff is like, I can already hear Dan screaming, no, not into the pit, it burns!
Difficulty. What are we going with for this
round? Man.
Shall we fight them on the hardest?
Oh!
Actually, how about the chat?
Yeah, chat. Chat, how about you guys let us know? Should we go with normal or hard? We'll see how this goes. See, they don't have much faith in me. I'm just getting my butt hooked here.
Don't worry, we're playing together this time.
See, this is how it works. I get BQ's great fighting skills combined with my ability to suck. Will at least do quite well.
Of course, hard it is.
Yep,
all hard. Oh yeah, and hold start when before the versus screen.
Okay, I'll do that.
You'll be in for a surprise.
so it seems like hard is in play, and I'm holding start. It's awesome. Hardcore's for the real men.
Oh no, you already fell!
That was so horrible! I'm so sorry! It's like, you're on your own, guys! I'm out of here! Hey, at least you have a shot that actually you can focus in an angle. So you might be able to hold on to this for us. But I
got a lot of health though.
This is very true. See, the hard computer doesn't take me out. The pit takes me out.
The pit is hard to avoid.
It's funny because I'm normally really good with avoiding the pits. Oh, I don't know if we could get it this round.
Ow. I don't think I'm making it.
Oh boy, we're right at that cusp where it's just, yeah, we only have almost 30 seconds left. And you only have 1 health left.
Oh no!
Oh. We gotta make this next one count. And this time, I do not want to commit suicide. Could get in his face. Okay, that was not a good strategy.
Getting in the face didn't work.
See, that worked last time we tried this. Separate the men from the boys, son. I think we might have to go through this another time. My god, I'm just sucking so bad right now.
I'm gonna die.
Yeah, it's a doozy. But hey, we like before we started the stream, we tried this out also then. So let's try this again. Let's see how well this goes. So Blue Shinobi asks, will Quint be playable, and will you be using his attacks from Quint's Revenge?
So Quint has future plans, but as for his moveset, that is currently not designed yet, so I'm not really sure what I'll be doing with his design.
Nah, sounds like...
As for the Quint's Revenge question, I do not use fan material for the attacks and stuff, or for the design, so
yes,
most likely not.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Oh, did you want to continue?
Yeah, we're going to continue.
Okay.
Let us do this. This time, I should not suck.
No more pitfalls.
No more pitfalls.
He's dodging everything.
This is some Dragon Ball level dodging here.
He's obtained Ultra Instinct. Oh gosh, the gravity switching.
No! But we're at least you're about on par-ish. But then we're dealing with the Longtime on hard. You got this!
I'm taking serious damage right now.
Man.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Now it's just hoping.
He's cornered!
He's cornered!
Oh wait, no!
No, he's coming for blood! Oh! Come on!
Come on! I'm going for it! Okay.
Oh my... Yes!
Yes!
Clover says, serious question, will Stone Cold Steve Austin be playable?
No.
Oh! Okay. After this round, I have some more questions to ask.
Okay.
Oh my. This is... Oh my. This is really... A few. Yes! Yes!
In the face! In
yes!
the face!
Yes! We did it! Mostly you did it this time. Okay, I have a couple questions. So another question.
Okay.
So TF asked this question. Another question I wanted to ask is, will you be adding Robot Masters from Mega Man and Base, from the Mega Man and Base game on the Wonder Swan, aka Rockman and Fort Challenger from the future in this?
I'm not too familiar with the Wonder Swan version.
Yeah.
I will be adding the Rockman and Forte
Yes.
Super Famicom
Ah,
Robot Masters.
good choices. Yeah, those are
But
good.
the Wonder Swan ones, though, I'm not sure about, and I heard the overall quality of that one wasn't so great.
Yes. Another question is, will Time Man and Oil Man be playable?
Yes, they will be eventually playable.
Yes! Yes! Okay, let's go to the next match.
Okay.
Ooh.
Do not step in the oil.
Stay away from the oil! Now, the key thing is just to get him stuck between his Super Saiyan abilities. Uh-oh. Definitely don't want to go in there now. Oh, no. We're playing kind of a snowball fight here. It's a little bit of a snowball fight going on. Just gotta go over the ledge and just shoot it a little bit.
Oh, don't stand too much.
Yes, gotta keep jumping. Gotta go fast, y'all. No! We did it! Success!
Success! Oh.
Oh, that was a little close. Oh!
He tried to get me.
That was really close. Yes. Just a little bit more. Oh,
Oh, we're getting hit by his little fireballs.
the little fireballs of doom. No! I want to get my clone.
Ah!
Oh, it's all up to Dan now! No! He's being more aggressive now!
I tried to go through the oil, but he knew my tactic.
Yes, no, it didn't help at all that he got a lot more aggressive as soon as you left. Oh boy, there's that health, the life energy there. Okay, good. Flame Man using his super dodging abilities. It's a total pro.
Oh no, I'm almost dead. Oh boy. The fire telly got me.
What? Now stay over there. No!
Uh-oh.
Oh my god, this is a little close.
You don't have enough for a clone.
Oh, come on.
No!
No! No! We were so close! Oh my! Let's try that again.
Okay.
We were so close there! That's it. Get the clone out.
You went for the dangerous health.
So I needed it. I needed it. No! You tried, not JPEG.
Oh. Dang it. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh!
It's not safe.
This is
Stand
intense.
still. Oh.
Flame Man is just a total dodging pro here. Oh, oh! This is so...
Come on!
Oh my god, it's 1 health!
Yeah, he
Yes!
jumped in. He jumped into the fire telly.
Oh my god. You stay in that corner there, Flame Man. No, clone, stay over there.
Oh.
Ah. Come on. Oh.
Trying to predict
phew.
when he's gonna jump. Oh.
Yeah, because it's a little tricky with his jumping, because he's a total pro. Get another clone out. Get a copy.
We got this.
Yes!
Yeah.
Go clone me! Yes!
Oh, Blue Shinobi has a question.
Ah, what's your opinion on Mega Man X Maverick's Fury? Have you ever heard of that one?
I've heard of it, but I have not looked too much into it. Speaking of X fan games, I have been keeping a close eye on Mega Man X Corrupted.
Yes, yes. Yeah, no, very good, very good. Yeah, with when it comes to Maverick's Fury, I've talked about Maverick's Fury on this channel before. If you're curious about it, I talk about it in a video called "The Fine Line with Fan Games." But yeah, it's got some interesting stuff going on with it. But yeah, there's some other stuff I'd rather not get into it on this video.
Okay.
We talked about it all.
Yeah,
it's really cool looking. But yeah, there's some other things. I think we talked briefly about it on outside of this. But thought I could always chat with you after about it. But yes.
Okay.
Let's do the next round.
Okay. Oh, poor Rockman.
Clone time. I'm getting in there.
He can't jump as high as Flame Man, so he can't dodge as well.
Going down. Key thing is just to make sure you gotta always keep an eye on him. Yeah, no. Somebody's pointing out that they like this stage. It's a pretty cool setting. Woo, we did it! And I didn't die!
The ending for Rockman 3 is always very nice.
Mm-hmm.
The blues in the background.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, ouch. Just think of this stage as your final destination.
Yes. My clone is just coming in and just like, I'm getting in there. Oh my god! You can do it! I believe in you!
I'm going for the kill!
Go for the kill shot! Okay. Whew. We did pretty good on that one!
Yeah!
Uh-oh, we got Gemini Man.
And he's got 2 bars of weapon energy, so he can create quite a good number of clones.
Boy. I must make my clones counter his clones.
Get the weapon energy!
No!
Oops.
Oh!
Oh, it disappeared.
Yes! Oh no!
Oh my gosh, he just went brutal suddenly.
Yeah. Gemini Man getting savage in here.
Okay, that's the real Gemini. Ooh,
More
yes,
clones!
Nice. More clones, yes. Oh, I'm about to die. Uh-oh.
No! Oh, man.
Gemini Man's got our number.
Oh, poop. Shall we give it another round?
Sure.
I guess we'll give it another shot. So let's see how this goes. So I definitely think the clone is very helpful, so I'll stay Gemini Man.
The Pharaoh reflex aren't getting them by surprise.
It's very helpful.
Oop, get the health.
No!
Oh, wait.
Yes!
I grabbed it just in case it would disappear.
Yes, we got him cornered! No! Oh.
No!
Let's see if we can do it. Yes! Let's see how this goes. Okay, the clone is down.
Health, health, yes!
Phew! Health, health, health! Ah! No!
Uh-oh.
Oh boy, this is going to be a little intense here.
Ah!
Oh boy. We gotta get this next one.
Final round.
Gemini Man showing off his pro dodging skills. Oh. Just about got him.
He's liking that corner too much.
The corner is very favorable for Gemini Man. Yes! Success! Let's try another round here.
Okay.
Oh,
Uh-oh,
we got-
conveyor belts.
I was thinking maybe we'll do this as the last round,
Okay.
and then we'll wrap things up. Oh boy, is this this is gonna be interesting.
Oh!
Yes!
He fell in
Win
the
by default! Gotta watch out for the moles. Come on, clone, do your job!
He might fall off again. Oh, he got some health though. Oh wait, whoa!
No!
Accidentally fell in the hole.
Hey, I did it myself, so you get a pass.
Oop.
Oh, this is not good.
Oh, nice. There you go.
Oh boy, this is not good.
Yeah, I don't have enough health for this.
It was a good try. So with that being said, why don't we wrap this thing up? So let me just go back to the conversation thing. And so anyways, it was a real pleasure, and thank you so much for letting me play this new version of this demo with you. It's a real pleasure.
Thank you for playing it, Dan.
Yeah, no, so to wrap things up, I want to, of course, because this is a big deal for me, is I want to make sure that people know where to reach you. So
yes.
Yeah, so when it comes to reaching you, of course we put some information in the comments below, but can you let everybody know like where they can find you on the interwebs?
Yes, so the main place, there's two places where I mainly post stuff about Rockman Versus. In the description, as you see, there's my Twitter page, so just /KhMaIBQ. And then there's also the Rockman Versus official Facebook page, which is just /Rockman Versus. And then if you want to see some nice videos of gameplay and everything, there's my YouTube channel. It's all kinds of weird text and stuff, so I can't really say what that one is. But yeah, those are the three main sources to find information about Rockman Versus.
Yes, and you'd mentioned to me that you're going to be making, like, you actually are going to be in person if people want to meet up with you. Can you tell a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so the big thing is this month there is an event in Seattle, Washington called SakuraCon. I will be there with this demo at the Retro Gaming Room, Free Play Room, and so you can actually stop by and play locally with me or other fans.
Oh, excellent, excellent. Also, I wanted to also ask you, just on that note, we're playing with the third version of the demo. Do you have any, like, time that you're estimating that can be put out there for people to try out?
Yes, so the third demo should hopefully be released before even SakuraCon, but it'll be the same demo pretty much at SakuraCon, but yes, that'll be released later this month.
Oh, awesome, awesome. So definitely check out BQ's stuff. He's a lovely guy. And I want to thank BQ again for coming on, and this was a real pleasure to do this with everybody. I'm hoping to do this again sometime, or hopefully I can maybe get BQ on again. It was always a fun time.
Cool. Yeah. Thank you very much for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. It was my pleasure. And also, I want to for anybody that's watching this, if you have any feedback or if you like this, you want to see more of these kind of things, let me know in the comments below. I definitely want to hear back from you guys. So with that being said, from BQ and me, I want to say thank you very much for watching. It was a real pleasure to have everybody tune in. Excellent turnout. And that being said, thank you very much for coming by, and have yourself a beautiful day.